The irony of C hyphen arc hyphen C hyphen E hyphen L hyphen uh, is he's marking on me as if he's a value, and he's trying to mark himself separately as me being stupid to the means that would seek of him, uh, that Richard deserves his mark of banishment. It's still two dudes providing for two dudes, all hyphenated. The irony is, I believe that Richard Yeakel knows that you, carousel hyphen doft, um, to seek on me without a sequel, without hyphens, to be brought. I think Richard Yeakel, as myself, knows that you have provided him nowhere else to go. S parentheses T O W E parentheses D G O, his ego. You didn't stow that, you didn't sew it. You provided him nowhere else to go, and you judge him on that. And I'm advocating, much to the dismay of women that have been raped. I get date raped every day. D hyphen A T E hyphen R hyphen A P hyphen D. The men that you stand up with your pussy for no reason, to create doff tone on me, they're date raping me. I get to spin my revision over and over again without a doubt even. So much to your dismay, if you've been physically raped, where I'm metaphorically, and if you want to take it, I suggest you bring a low T. You bring a lot. Allotment toft, BEGOT, to get a lot back, and BLACKTOFFT. You want it in black versus red, as if you made it. Made. ME parentheses A ID IT. Did you make it? Honestly? All that carousel is seeking to do on me is to trade doft by eschewing me with hyphens to BI hyphen G hyphen OT, to bigot, be a bigot. The trial balance by bigot. I can't think well of Richard Yeakel, yet I'm saying sty you weld, with hyphens. You gave Richard Yeakel no choice. Now, when we talk about meta, you're actually standing on me to attain my meta, and I believe as a NIT, NIT, you don't have meta. You do not have META, meta thanks. You don't have it. So as much as I don't like women being raped, they eventually get their case. See ass, sever, and every yet thing. It's all hyphenated. Your case is hyphenated. So when it gets to LAW hyphen S hyphen T, I watch it happen in the news. The law is laying D hyphen EWE hyphen D hyphen S, dudes with dues, D hyphen EWE hyphen parenthesis D hyphen S hyphen. And you need to sort your honest shit out. If you want it to go anywhere as yourself, that you S parentheses T E L L. F X F. F by F, where X is a female chromosome and is time and is the Roman numeral 1 and 0. It's the bits of packet information we send on the web, on the computer. It is also my suggestion that's how we accord ourselves in relation. One-on-one, selling yourself. So again, I think it's quite ironic that Carousel doesn't, he asked me my name, you know, who my parents are, and I'm kind of like, you know, you haven't brought your own game, your own gam, your leg, your G, grace and gravity, AM. You haven't brought your own grace and gravity on your own leg, even. LE, language engineering. E.g., example. You want those broken down even anatomically according to even definition. L is the right angle to love. E is every yet thing. And in that thing is your tin, which is money, and your hinge, which is your mouth. You don't honestly get to speak on my frame, because Doft cannot proclaim. I came through him. Thiefend or he -vain -d. You're emphasizing the fact that you prefer as your desire and tact to be doffed and to have be bedoffed. So you could always sustain your cur -rent parentheses L -o -o -t, toot and loot and lot. Vanity is all you have sought and taught with your example. Bygot. Carousel needs to stop standing an image to go odd do a foot doffed for no reason. Thiefend. If you actually care about this 12-year-old, because my suggestion is possibly Richard Yeakel did not have true meta within him to tell him not to do that, that would be bad. And it's my belief that a knit doesn't have a meta, a NIT, as opposed to a KNIT. And you're stealing my face. You have no value in your tine or your hind or thine. You have no value because you've not paid me 2 by 2. You're not speaking for the night. I am even through, and you're not tit. You can't go ahead, because otherwise you would already be ahead, and I wouldn't have to think this through for you. Who are only seeking hyphenated 2 by 2 to fortify your point toft review, where VI is Vi, rise to the challenge. You put hyphens in it. There's no rise to the challenge because you already screwed the U, hyphenated, where you are hyphenated, therefore you skew. -D. You skew doft to toft. So you always have and be apparently able with a stable continuity to re-put your repute for no reason 2 by 2. Oh, I thought of 2 by 2. Yeah, you did, but that is not going anywhere. That you're speaking as if you woo, WOOD, the date, through you. Thus, you're still bullying, and your till is T-I-L-L, ll hyphen d hyphen. You use your lack of value to create. You created doft to force scene doft. And your trope is trope and doft. Put your hyphens in that. So you speak of a value that you would have, but you can't afford an honest dime in the Dow that is yours. Any meta any all LADHOWE, where the Dow is of D parentheses HOWE, Dow and how, DH, Doctrine of Humanities, designated hitter. What else is it? You'll have to look it up. I do not believe in your marketplace God with hyphens. I do believe in being my word. And in my meta, you in the law hyphen S hyphen T, sub and stub, and put your hubby in that as well, can't build a case. See as every yet thing, see as sever every yet thing, including your money, your tin, and your hinge. You can't build a case against the means. That seeked tit to be E parentheses A D. To VAD is to bed it. To bed it is to edit or add it. Exponentially. Because I have a right to. It looks like carousel understood that when I spell it lout. So I just listened to Arcade Fire. I found their Everything Now, a song as sung on the Colbert Show, August 4th. It was published on YouTube. So I'll be putting that on my website, but they have a patch that says EN on it for Everything Now. And Eve Evans language, E is every yet thing, and N is now. EN is also the space you occupy in the printed page. So is EM. So think of EN, EM, EYE, ID. So if you're selling yourself as you're telling, STE, S parentheses TELL, T being the time for completion, even not time for competition, for no reason, thief end. It was a good show. It was a good respite. Yeah, I'll be putting that on my website. I'll be pulling it over. Pulling the goods all over. I'll state it again. I was here. I used my eyes. I do not have to apologize. My eyes are neurally connected to my forebrain. Starting the video, so I'll repeat what I said. Carousel thinks Richard Yeakel is stuck. He's not stuck, -t. I get the feeling that Carousel is associated with the PO-lice department. And I invite Carousel to read my thoughts on that, of your thug thoughts, that you're stuck, -t. You're carrying a gun. My thoughts on carrying a gun is you do not have reason even some. And I would suggest, as my guest, with no hyphens and no doff detached, to bemuse my awareness that I thought doffed to cogently continue on. ONT. That is, if I remember right, being. It might have something to do with hydrogen as well, the start. So, no, I do not need doff to imp-par-t. Do not. It'd be nice if one of you doffed would get off and your stag tag ag and staging for no reason, that you find women the value you want them to be, which is to be able to pity them so they don't ask too much of you. So you put them in that position, thiefend too, so they can imp art with you. So, what else? No, I don't see Richard Yeakel as stuck, -t. I see Carousel as stuck, -t. I see Poe, purchase order lice. I see that as stuck, -t. K-t as the knight. You're not even. You're not reasoning even. You stunt the premise to show. If you stunt the premise to show, even dow it, the so on is the ho on. S(h-o-n-e). You can never show the value with your own ID because you're not carrying it. You're not the heir, H-e-i-r. You're not the hair, H-a-i-r. I'm growing the thread here. Growing a thread, it's all over the place. And you can't stop me. You can stop me with your gun, but that would not be even. So bring your reason to the table. Able, B-L-E-A-D. If you want to, actually. But it is my contention that you, Carousel, and the police doft cannot afford a dime on your S-L-O-T-H-and-doft. Your slot, your lot, your sloth, and hand doft. You cannot afford an honest dime that is also D parentheses P-R-I-M-E parentheses N-D. The dime that primes and primends itself. Framework and fretwork. What you see within and without. I'm talking artistically. Framework, artistically speaking, is the content you see. Fretwork, the negative space, is the content around it. It should be equal in value. The fact that I'm thinking this through for you, bastard, B-A-S-T-A-R-D, be a street, think a road, thiefend, is proof positive. You do not care to, do not want to, do not carry to, are not one, on one, to be through. Even to, even vent, even, venerable, venerable bent, ven invent, tool, lend, tool, parentheses b, end, bend, because I bend it, bend the end. I'm talking about thind, t parentheses h, in parentheses ed. Put a mark on my tine in my hind. Go ahead, because I'm proving that origin isn't competition. And that's the only thing that your b-m using, your bm is using, is you're trying to throw -am for reward with a war, -d. That would be your road, because you don't really care to think in integrity. In knit is an ink. So you think you're giving the time for completion? Go ahead. Take it to the Tao. Additionally, some met the how and the Tao. I'm giving the time. I'm putting it in writing. So put your 2 cents in when you want to, because I don't think it's fair to misrepresent myself, who would be here, h-e-r-e. E-r-e is before the hydrogen. Also, I put myself on the line as my tine. You'll notice that I put a tine in my hind. And I call it thine. Thine hind. What else? You're only staging hyphenated Jew, showing worthless thing for no reason. Thief end. You're a gimmick. G-im-I G-im-mic-t. A gimmick to your CT, your city. Your shitty city. I commend thee. You commend doft. Okay? And you have no other necessity to your income. Ass, sought, and toft, hyphened. So, if you really want to be tying in line, I do have a Patreon page. You could give me money for just being, or if you prefer prostitution, I would hope at some point that someone that knows you, when you're natting onto me for no reason to, is going to kind of give you the nudge of awareness that you really suck as a human being, and your stupidity needs to, well, it would be better off not fed. I, as with anyone that wants to, can see what you, hyphenated, are doing. I'm more than happy to put a mug with your words. So, go to the website, find any one of my email addresses, send me your picture. But better yet, put your money in Patreon so I know that that's representing you. I'm happy to give you a bank account with notoriety of 0 to start, because you are not manufacturing that in the hyphenated marketplace. You're manufacturing, I don't know, to be passe doft because you can, -d, to then be further elucidated as I don't want to know and I don't have to know. So you can be a bigot all you want. Where desire doesn't actually equate reason, faith, spirit, and particularly desire even. So your marketplace, for no reason, was never meant to be even. It's meant to be thiefin, and dudes are hyphenated and they're marrying each other. Okay. You can't absolve yourself or redact or reduct from the hyphen income. You can to redact, reduce, to unload your income for no reason is to stand off tone. So go odd luck with that. You only can get away with it as long as other people can't see it. Attach your name to it. So I don't think there's any courage of spouting off on me when you're not putting your name forward for reward with W-A-R-E-A-D. And you can't fault tone on Richard Yeakel. He's putting his name out there. Still don't like it? Well, then you're using me as a prop to suggest that I don't carry L-O-T. And that's not going to work here. It's not good enough. It's not go odd enough. You never brought the time, and you still stand. Your still is still till and ill. It's hyphenated. You still stand and do not carry the time. So further, if we're going to trace Richard Yeakel's bad mark that he can't erase, we would have to look at your face, that you seated doft. That's your backup. You seated doft. Well, someone had to protect the women from doft. I'm saying stop being doft to represent toft. Who stands doft? Okay? That's the greater problem. You've put all overt, hyphenated, all over the place. You, carousel. And you, who's asking me on the other YouTube video I put up, if I have any friends, may I suggest you only care about the assimilation of fiends, where the R is hyphenated in friends. You're not thinking much through. I imagine you prefer to be daft, so you could be like, I don't know, and you can get screwed. All hyphenated, okay? It's just a play to get laid for no reason. And I can only wish that you get the earnest bitch you deserve. You know, to just grind your ass down to be like, I'm going to work so I don't have to go home. The very least, I hope you get what you deserve. You beat off. What do you mean? Why are you pitching on me if I have any friends? What's it to you? T-O? T-O-Y-E-W-E hyphen? Why are you asking me? Like I said, I'm sure you have plenty of hyphenated people to talk to, so go talk to them. Okay? You're not the C-U-R parentheses E rent to tool, lend, and be the bend. Be the end. And for every tool, T-O-O-L parentheses B, L-B is pound. Be the end. Be the end without hyphens. Be the end for completion, even, not competition, for no reason. Thief end. there's something to be said about the old biblical saying about, well, Lot's wife. I'm sure she wanted a lot. Let's see, glottis. There's a slit in it. Its origin is tongue, so you can speak tonally. Slot and lot. S parentheses L O T. Lot's wife, I'm sure, wanted it a lot of her own. And there's something about house and home. They need to be the same. Are you happy? Same and doft to two toft. Are you? Because I don't think that's actually a real honest need. And it's not an honest need to get toft. Toft, ether, r-eeAD. Start the video again. Rich, how do you feel about carousel marking toft on me? And I only bring this up because there's two angles to consider. He didn't bring my time, and he didn't bring your present comp any without hyphens. Well, he seems to really dug glass. Glass. Dig glass, dug glass. Just saying. It's kind of like likes being the center of attention. All I know is he's no name and he gets to stay that way. Because that's how he brought himself. Yeah, that's right. So teasing me to mark on you does not get you a pardon off of BEAD. Let's think of the possibilities. BE parentheses D, be the bed. B parentheses EAD. Oh, be-ad. Your be-ad? No, it's not your be-ad. Your nad never added. Your site apparently did, but you don't have the hand. And if you don't have the hand, you don't have the handle leavin. Where LEVE, that's survey. Eaves, EAV, think of the gutter. Roan, RONE, it roans, DOFF. Yeah, you're gonna have to back up your shit a lot if you think you're just gonna kind of like tap on me and think I can't see through it a number of different ways. Spirit of the times, I've got my tine in my hind, and what may presume to be ESP, especially species ally, and all ye. What else? Yeah. I think the importance of naming NOAH, Noah H, a hydrogen to relate, and NO is a number, and 0 on 1 is my medium. I think the importance of Noah's ark is that is in naming what is not a part. So we can distinguish it, and I'm working on the ways and means of being able to distinguish that. So you do realize, Carousel, that you are titting me to be your mentor, because you don't dare to pay me to teach, and neither do you employ it. You don't hire it. You do not thirst for it. You have passé doff tone on me, and then you expect to rep and reap pleat IT. Just because you stared? Well, I stare at your misnomer, and I don't think you cared. I still think your till is ill, so I don't think you cared. So stare all you want, because you don't really want to. You just want to be doffed, fiefen through. So that you can have the upper hand of pointing the finger away from you, who you Jude, with your own showy, worthless thing, tin, hinge, and everything. You are hyphenated. To begin, you only have a bigot to tool, end, and bend, edit, again, fifend. Oh, debt to the misread, sire, re-add, you weren't looking for, and fort, and ford. The shallow hallow read, what you see is what you get. And this is not your lot to tear, to misrepresent. I am the present, prescient client, all in one, even, tone, hone, throne, roan, one, even, dome, home, mend, the dime and the prime, even. So, what would I want of colloquially speaking, you hyphenated dudes? What would I want of you? You can't bring me one-on-one. You can't bring two, even through, because you only care to screw, hyphenated for no reason to return to, hyphenated, even through. That's what's all you care. So thus, that's all that you wear, and that's all you see me for, your fodder that you've already screwed. Every with OMEND, you add and nad doff tone all over the place. So you can D-8 hyphen R hyphen ape hyphen. Minnow is bored. I tell him, but I'm making lots of progress. He doesn't care about this. Minnow just wants present company. I'm going to repeat that because of the video. So I'm fielding emotions on the other end, and Carsale didn't see this coming, and so I'm just making the comment. What I'm putting on my YouTube, the feed line in response, that don't think that I do anything hyphenated token. I'm feeling things out. I'm feeling things lout. And I do everything on purpose. And I expect the same from you. And that is in quotations, quotation marks, meaning what you see is not what you get. So you're standing a polite, residential, contributing. If you're going to stand a contributing value on me, that means you can give it away. And I have to say your first prop is the law, because the law has an L that is hyphenated, and it does not bring two L's to love. There's not two people in the law speaking to two people one-on-one. So you're hanging your own dong and song hyphenated on a God that is doffed as yourself. And toff's money is not virtue. You have no contract to bring honest Tao with health and wealth. HD to your head, hand, and high definition. That your hide, HIDE, would be seen as the skin, even not thief end. So I do everything on purpose. I feel things out when I put them together. You see my process here. You don't like my ums? Ha, umble. Your ass has not brought the time, even one tone. Okay? Not one time either have you placed in my behind. So I don't care about your accumulated I for to forward doffed tone on me. I don't care that you've put apparently more beauty and matriculated more acumen for selling a land. It's landing, hyphenated, because you're selling the land out from the honest that would stand. And the land would be right where I stand. And you would recognize that. Instead of hyphenate, recognize that. Hat. And hatch. Chit, be blacked. And backed with hyphens. The trial balance would be hyphenated. So you speak on me as if you brought the time for completion, yet you back it up. Well, I don't know. It must be go odd. And your God is doff because you stand doff too. Reference the third person of go odd that would be doff paid by Toft, who has no virtue because Toft, the rich person in the society that is market hyphenating place doff to Toft, he has spade and paid doff to stay paid and spade and to assay. Testimonial his asked stayed in time to compete for no reason. He gets spade. I mean paid. Okay. Toft stands on doft. And if you as a woman seek to marry Toft, just know that your testate and testes stands on doft. Your God is doft, your Toft is doft, and he can't get off doft. And he can't have an honest dime. So that makes you dim. Dim to be prime and dim dimed. Jimmy dimed? Jim dimed? You need a Jimmy, a DG, a DeGracio? Thank God. Yeah. Put some hyphens in that. That's what your ego has got. OT, overtime. So, again, I do everything for a purpose. I'm feeling it lout. I think I'm doing a good job. I would imagine you want me to take my time, as I'm going to ask screw you, as you, hyphenated, would do me if I didn't provide the go odds. You keep fagging off. Oh, I mean flagging, lagging, agging, whatever. Take your pick, put some hyphens in it. P-hyphen-I-C-K-T. Great. Re-eat it. All hyphenated. Your trope of virtue is T-rope-doft. And your continuity is that no air can be among you. Yet by got to toot toft, for no reason you actually taught, sought, or are seeking the current lot, which would cur, which would C-U-R-E, You be the cure and you rent it. Tactually, and factually. You take my head, you get it, you bend it tough, and you bet it to edit. Heavend, heavend, AUGHTERE. So you're selling, you're porking your daughter, your sister, your aunt, your aunt. You're porking them. Oh, your wife too. She has to sign off on your life, feed, slice, and diced. So, what else? Yes, I can expect from you, Carcel, fill in we can use this person's name or F-ILL hyphen INN hyphen T hyphen HE hyphen AD hyphen O hyphen H hyphen T hyphen B hyphen LAN hyphen K hyphen T hyphen. Fill in the blank. To put another D hyphen N hyphen A hyphen ME hyphen N hyphen D. Your DNA in the aspiral ladder exchange is hyphenated. You're not actually relating, nor can you afford to. And you can't afford a dime, and you've already screwed the U with hyphens. Screwed it, and so you continue to skew it to keep passing doft of, I don't know, it must be God's will. Swill. Yeah, I met will, and it is swill to give that person a value. Presently, presciently, and as the client, because he will skew. So I can connect you to whim, but I think you can find whim hyphenated anywhere you want to, because you are hyphenated one. That way I can count on you that you do everything for purpose too, but it's different. It's perp hyphen pose hyphen. So I don't care if you're in the law hyphen S hyphen T. I don't care if you're the PO hyphen lice hyphen. I don't care if you're associated by ad hyphen junk hyphen T. Too tough that he would add doft tone all over the place, hyphenated, so you can pluck and luck. Everywhere you hyphenated, put tit to stay there, because you certainly are not making my conscientiousness sustainable by any one of you that are the R-E-WAR-D ward off to. BM used and seed it through. Seed the edit through. Oh, and true, it's all hyphenated. That's how you establish your continuity. You don't really desire. You don't really reason. And you have no faith except for the faith you put on doft. Okay? to be thief and debt. To you to stand doft, go on doft to toft. I'm working on NIT, N-I-T. You are working on NIT, but we, AD, really now would like to see that for ourselves. We want you to wear your name for yourself. And you stop putting your shit tone hyphenated on people that stand for completion, even. Purpose. I do everything on purpose. You think I was just wanking around like you, watching me, thinking that you just reflecting on me and taking it in is doing the work, even the. I'm going to repeat it again because I stopped the video. I don't think I could take yank and wank out of yank and wank. NIT does not have a meta. NIT does not have a META. I'm not thanking you for giving me nothing to thank. The glossy emotions of NITs, their cell is their shell, okay? They're slick. They've got all the answers. Well, it's because you're not thinking about it, all right? To be zero, innocence and reflection. And it's not your right to assay ID. The only right to assay ID, EID, is to be EID. That's it. Other than that, you can sit there dimwit and start pretending you are a value, AD, and should you meet me, your only thing that you can do for me is give me what I want, because my desire means some met thing. So I suggest you start pretending if you don't want to be my token stoke and stroke end, okay? For everyone else to see, my only Gap app apology is I can't put your fucking face and all your information you ask of me. So you can pull it to Frame and Doft. So Frame and Doft can see he can toft on your low hyphen T. You got. Your ego got by got, and you have deemed me to be sought. Hyphenated.